O'Brien is one of the most enigmatic and pivotal characters in George Orwell's 1984. As a high-ranking member of the Inner Party, he initially appears to be a sympathetic ally to Winston Smith, the protagonist, only to reveal himself as a loyal servant of Big Brother and a manipulative instrument of the party's oppressive power. O'Brien's role in the narrative, his symbolic significance, and the broader implications of his character provide profound insights into the themes of control, betrayal, and the nature of totalitarianism in Orwell's dystopian vision. Role in the narrative. O'Brien occupies a central role in Winston's journey, serving both as a catalyst for his rebellion and as the agent of his ultimate destruction. Early in the novel, Winston perceives O'Brien as a kindred spirit, someone who shares his doubts about the party and its totalitarian rule. This perception is fueled by subtle gestures and cryptic comments that seem to hint at O'Brien's discontent with the regime. Winston's trust in O'Brien becomes the foundation of his decision to act on his rebellious thoughts, leading him to confide in O'Brien and join what he believes to be the underground resistance movement known as the Brotherhood. However, O'Brien's true allegiance lies with the party. He orchestrates Winston's betrayal, arrest, and subsequent torture, revealing that his apparent camaraderie is a calculated deception. As Winston's interrogator, O'Brien plays a dual role. He is both a tormentor and a teacher, using physical and psychological torture to break Winston's spirit and recondition him into a loyal follower of Big Brother. Through O'Brien, Orwell demonstrates the party's ability to manipulate and destroy even the most deeply held beliefs and emotions. For Winston, O'Brien represents both hope and despair. Initially, Winston sees O'Brien as a beacon of resistance, someone who can validate his doubts and guide him toward freedom. This perception fuels Winston's rebellion and gives him a sense of purpose. However, O'Brien's betrayal and subsequent role as Winston's torturer shatter this illusion, leaving Winston utterly broken and devoid of hope. O'Brien's interactions with Winston also convey Orwell's central themes. By explaining the party's philosophy and methods, O'Brien exposes the mechanisms of totalitarian control and the dangers of ideological extremism. O'Brien's ability to manipulate Winston's thoughts and emotions demonstrates the insidious nature of propaganda and the psychological toll of living under constant surveillance and oppression. Symbolic significance. O'Brien symbolizes the party's omnipotence and its mastery of psychological manipulation. He embodies the terrifying extent of the party's control over truth, reality, and the human mind. Through his interactions with Winston, O'Brien articulates the party's philosophy, which prioritizes power for its own sake and seeks to eliminate any possibility of dissent. His assertion that the party's ultimate goal is to wield absolute power, not for the betterment of society, but for its perpetuation, encapsulates the novel's critique of totalitarianism. O'Brien also serves as a representation of betrayal and the destruction of trust. Winston's belief in O'Brien as an ally is a rare moment of hope in an otherwise bleak narrative. O'Brien's betrayal underscores the futility of resistance in a world where the party's reach is all-encompassing. This betrayal is not merely personal. It is emblematic of the party's ability to infiltrate and subvert any potential opposition, turning even the most trusted figures into instruments of control. Broader implications. O'Brien's character serves as a vehicle for Orwell's exploration of the mechanisms of totalitarian power. Through O'Brien, Orwell examines how regimes use fear, propaganda, and psychological manipulation to maintain control over individuals and societies. O'Brien's ability to make Winston question the evidence of his senses and accept the party's version of reality, even when it contradicts objective truth, illustrates the fragility of human perception and the ease with which it can be manipulated. One of the most chilling aspects of O'Brien's character is his apparent sincerity. Unlike other party members who may act out of fear or self-interest, O'Brien appears to believe in the party's ideology genuinely. His conviction underscores the danger of ideological fanaticism and the ways in which it can be used to justify atrocities. O'Brien's belief that the party's power is limitless and eternal reflects Orwell's warning about the corrosive effects of unchecked authority and the dehumanization that accompanies it. O'Brien also embodies the paradoxical nature of the party's control. He is simultaneously a figure of authority and intimacy, a tormentor who presents himself as a mentor. This duality reflects the party's ability to blur boundaries and redefine relationships, turning love into hate and trust into betrayal. By presenting himself as both ally and oppressor, O'Brien exemplifies the party's capacity to manipulate and control every aspect of an individual's life. Conclusion: O'Brien is a central figure in 1984, embodying the party's power and capacity for manipulation and control. His character is fascinating and deeply unsettling. His intelligence, charisma, and unwavering commitment to the party make him a compelling antagonist, while his actions highlight the dehumanizing effects of totalitarianism. O'Brien's role as both mentor and tormentor forces readers to confront the complexities of power and the ways in which it can be used to corrupt and control. Through his role in the narrative, Orwell explores themes of betrayal, ideological extremism, and the fragility of human perception. O'Brien's character serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of totalitarianism and the ways in which it can infiltrate and destroy even the most intimate aspects of human life. His interactions with Winston highlight the psychological and emotional toll of living under an oppressive regime, making O'Brien one of the most memorable and thought-provoking characters in Orwell's dystopian masterpiece.